This is one of those stages where Snake can go ahead and play the keep away game all day, every day, but Squirtle's a character that really does thrive on zone breaking. So I would not be surprised if Ned is relying on this tiny Pokemon's options to make this matchup a little bit more palatable.
Yep. And hoping that was just on my end.
Slideshow gaming?
Yeah, I was like, I'm hoping it's on my end, but no. It's cool. Look, we are seeing enough right now. Okay, 55 to 21% right now. FD. And next with the Charizard. I lied. Squirtle it is. Squirtle a lot more nimble, a lot faster.
Using the water gun too to just try to knock away those grenades and then rush in. Very, very smart. Just using every tool in his available set to go ahead and try to make this competitive. The problem is that when you are at 60%, you are at kill percentage, just switching immediately to that Ivysaur.
Definitely.
And we're getting the gameplay here of, oh, you're going to toss out grenades, I'm going to toss out projectiles, we're going to flank with them. I really don't want to go in.
Yeah, I mean, when you are AlanDiss, it's weird because you kind of want to attack on the damage. You already know your kill range, so it's like, hey, maybe I can at least get you to kill range to join me at kill range. Because Ivysaur has so much kill power. And we heard the stock gone. I want to say that was a down air coming in from Ned.
Exactly, yeah, we saw the Cypher go low, and that is something you cannot do in this matchup. AlanDiss had put on notice. Everybody knows how strong Ivysaur is. Did you already forget?
Yeah.
As one of those characters, we don't see him too much in top play. A lot of the top players have dropped PT in the Wi-Fi era, but I mean, this character still has the chops to compete with the best of them.
Definitely. We are having a little bit of technical difficulty right now. Unfortunately, we cannot control Comcast. You would think, a company with that much money you could literally monopolize in the area would have better internet than this, but we can only pay for the best. We cannot promise they always give us the best. But we're going to get through this together, Worst case, we got a podcast for you. But right now, it is Ned up 3 stocks to 2, and you gotta imagine that Ned is really familiar with the scenario. It's Snake, high damage, Ivysaur is on deck. The stock will probably be disappearing really, really shortly. Of course, AlanDiss can possibly find an up tilt, but I don't even know if Ivysaur would definitively die right now, to be honest.
All that rage, perhaps, though. Getting the pivot grab again is Ned, forcing him with the down throw. Actually, a DI check, and it looks like Ned up 2 stocks now as AlanDiss struggling to get anything started right now against this Ivysaur. Switch to the Charizard. Flare Bits flat to center stage, dodging those projectiles, and that switch was just baiting AlanDiss to go ahead and just try to air dodge back to stage, but the C4 bailing him out, getting the first stock here.
Yeah, it was even more smart because your initial thought whenever someone goes for a regrab is like you run over there and get the punish, but I'm just like, yeah, I know that's what you're thinking. Thanks for gifting me the stock. Put me on the board.
We're also seeing Ned go for a few bullet shields, and I've been surprised to see that they've worked a couple times. I hate it when snakes do that. That little circular Nikita above your shields, like, am I going to drop it? Am I going to drop it? Is it safe to move forward? No, it's never safe.
Do I roll? Do I run? I'm confused. And Ned is just still looking really, really clean. AlanDiss can, in theory, make the comeback. F-tilt, not going to do it. Charizard is online. Charizard makes it back. Charizard dies. Ned, though, last stock each. Good stuff. You are at 101%. Not the position that you exactly want to be in. Charizard coming in for Ned. Charizard has a ton of kill power. I wonder if we're going to see a closeout with maybe an up B out of shield. Oh, we're
switch off. Yeah, I think that's basically Charizard with just a situational pick to just try to get AlanDiss off of Ned. Squirtle is the interesting one that we're staying with this character. This character kind of like known to have the least amount of kill power. Yep, now we're on to the Ivy. Down tilt, not quite working out. AlanDiss still in that awkward spot, gets back to center stage, rolls, but caught with that up air to finish it as Ned finishes this off with 1 stock and a comfortable lead.
Yes. Really, really good stuff. One thing that is a little interesting is just that basically a lot of the PTs are really familiar with Snake because Snake was so commonly played versus the other way around. Mm-hmm. So Snake, despite how good of a character it is just a hurdle they have to deal with is the fact that PTs all know how to fight Snake. And they're one of the few characters that has pretty much a character for every point. Do I want to combo snake? All right, I do this. Do I need to escape a scenario? I can do a swap where, it's not an air dodge, so you're not really going to get a hard punish. It's also like, hey, it's time to kill. Well, guess what? Charizard or Ivysaur. So it's a lot. It's really different for the snake in terms of dealing with the matchup because they're fighting someone who not just knows how to fight them, but has a character to deal with every scenario.
True, it feels like on paper PT does fairly good in this matchup. I think that Squirtle is really just the ace in the hole here for Ned. It's a zone breaker. It's a character that has water guns that you do not need to commit to get rid of those grenades. And it's got incredible mobility to just dance and dive all around everything the Landis is trying to set up. But we'll have to see if that comes in clutch here for this game too. Already we're seeing actually a good lead here from Landis with the barrage of projectiles coming into play.
Definitely. I wonder if we're gonna have to see maybe a different game plan than the barrage of projectiles from AlanDiss. I mean, as soon as I said that, Ned just explodes. But it's it's just not really. I mean, it's working a bit better right now, but earlier not quite so much.
True. Back there on shield from Ned, trying to go ahead and pop the grenade and not get blown up. And that kind of is the name of the game. This character in Snake forces you to have absolutely phenomenal shield pressure that is safe. You have to account for those grenades at every opportunity. Good stall right there. Using the Ivysaur up B to change direction, change to the Zard, gets back, grab, armors through that up B, tries with the Flare Blitz. Does it connect? No.
Would have been clean. Would have been fun. I don't know what it is about Charizard's Flare Blades, but I just love watching it hit someone. Unless they make a mistake. I don't like when someone accidentally air dodges or like does a roll they didn't mean to do and then they get hit by it. But I like when there's a hard read with the Charizard Flare Blitz. It's just like caught you slipping. What's going on? Big boy here.
And now Ned forced to rely on Ivysaur, it feels like, trying to go ahead and just claw back with these Razor Leaf projectiles, just trying to trade with AlanDiss. Goes for the fully charged forward smash there, but AlanDiss not obliging with an air dodge after that tech situation.
Yeah. AlanDiss definitely looking significantly better than they did earlier. It's almost a reverse of what we just witnessed. If AlanDiss managed to take the stock, would have been. Ned did clean it up. You are at 101%, not exactly a comfortable position, but Ivysaur can make some magic happen.
Yeah, if you don't get up tilted first, though. That's always the problem. Your margin of error against Snake is always so small because his frame data is just so good. If you mess up one time, you know what's going to happen. Everybody that's watching this game knows exactly what is going to happen. You're going to get up tilted and you're going to die at 110. Consistency is the name of the game for Snake, and if you need consistency spectacular, this character's at the tools to beat you.
Squirtle sounds so cute, despite the fact that they're just really beating your head in at any time.
Oh yeah, this is a terrifying character. I am super mad that they didn't put the Squirtle from the anime's glasses in as an ult. I want to see the Squirtle squad. I would pay for that nonsense. 99 cents to get them glasses, sold in a heartbeat.
They need to add some DLC, man. They would just.
I'm surprised that they haven't been selling skins. If they would sell the hell out of those. Up smash by Zard, goes ahead and takes that stock. We are back to Ivysaur now with a almost 100% lead here for AlanDiss. Ned is in kill range right now at 120. Goes ahead and uses the neutral air to fight through the Nikita, but unfortunately fast falls a little bit too far, and AlanDiss gets gifted game 2 to draw even.
And everything looked so good for Ned earlier. Shout outs to AlanDiss for, making the adjustments needed. Because it was looking really one-sided at first. And now it's the other way around. Obviously, stage didn't really play too much of a factor. PS2, really neutral.
Mm-hmm. Didn't really see anybody getting janked off the top either.
Yeah. It was just a lot of just really solid play that really was what did it, essentially.
So I'm curious, Logic, if you've seen the recent chart that PG Stats brought out, where they looked at basically a lot of the bracket patches and tried to like determine like the Wi-Fi meta demons. One of the things that we saw there is they looked at it by which characters are picked more frequently and which characters win more frequently. And you know who was just about number 2 on that list was this man right here, Solid Snake.
Really, that is interesting. I didn't think about that being an option, but I didn't think about it because you don't see a lot of Snake. However, things that you have to deal with, he has a lot of things that are hard to deal with that require kind of some precision, if you will. You know, grenades, Nikita, punishing up tilt, dealing with dash attack. He has so many tools that are really friendly online. So I guess it makes a lot of sense.
That it does. The margin for error a lot smaller here. And just, we are back here for game 3. Ned already getting a little bit of a start here. AlanDiss trying to go ahead and zone with grenades, as has been his motive operandi so far. But Ned appears to be foregoing the Squirtle in favor of the Ivysaur and just a barrage of Razor Leafs to upset AlanDiss's camp game.
Yeah, I mean, so far trailing a little bit, but that's not really that big of a deal. Do you want to trade with Snake? No. Do you want a massive lead against him because he's so heavy? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, Ivysaur hits hard. Ivysaur does a ton of damage. Ivysaur is not, a Squirtle lightweight. So it's not the end of the world. It's a lot better than the way last game started.
It just seems like he's more willing to camp it out and just say, hey, I am not going to go ahead and trade with these grenades. And right now, it's earned him a lead. AlanDiss is not really having shown himself to be capable of cracking this wall. Both players rolling back, but AlanDiss gets the pivot grab, gets the up B, not quite finishing off. Snake's weight there coming in clutch. Now it's Zard getting set off by the C4 again. AlanDiss showing himself to be the master of that tricky trap.
It's really, really clean. I mean, what can you say? Something that Ned can do, I don't know if we're going to see it, is that if you're really precise, you can intentionally block the grenade so that it will blow up in front of AlanDiss because AlanDiss is holding it a little bit to try to throw it delayed. So I wonder if we're going to see that implemented anytime.
We're on to Squirtle getting the neutral B charge here. Low percent. AlanDiss trying to get just a few combos started here. But look at that. As soon as you get hit once, if it's not safe on hit, just immediately AlanDiss has a grenade ready. And these trades are not going in Ned's favor. Gets a neutral air, but both of them get stuck on the platform.
The backer right there. Trying to get the sneaky C4. AlanDiss is... I almost wonder if AlanDiss should wait a little bit and not show his hand just because of the fact that they've been so successful when your opponent is looking for it. Imagine how much more successful you'd be when it's not even in their mind anymore. What a follow-up right there from Ned.
Platform drop-up airs are just so cool for Ivysaur. Every time that character does that once or twice, it just covers so much space and it's so safe.
Don't forget that C4 is over there. I thought AlanDiss was gonna pull it.
So did I, yeah.
Yeah. Ned calling the bluff, running over Charizard saying, hey, thank you very much. Your stock is gone. Lead to Ned. 130 to 29%. Of course, Ned does have 2 stocks. AlanDiss only has 1.
Look at this. He's not pressing anymore. He's just basically looking for safe option pivot grab into the up air. Not quite going to finish off. And then the down tilt. You know that AlanDiss is sitting in shield just saying, hey, I'm going to get this up tilt directly after this.
And Ned did their job. You already got 88% extra credit no matter what happens. You can jump off the stage right now and you have a huge lead, and they're the Razor Leaf is. You're going to hold the grenade. You're going to try to cook it. You're going to try to throw it at me late, where a Razor Leaf is going to stop it in your face, take some extra damage. Oh, and we read the air dodge. Reading Rainbow. I have a college education. No book is too difficult for me to read. Beautiful victory coming in from Ned.
And it really did feel like whenever he started camping with Ivysaur a little bit more, whenever he played a lot more patiently breaking those grenades at range, whenever he didn't want to deal with the nonsense that AlanDiss was laying down, that's when Ned was finding his advantage pressed. What a great change-up for Game 3. He identified what he needed to do in his playstyle, he identified the character that he could do it with in Ivysaur, and that change-up just felt like AlanDiss didn't have a response to it.
Yeah. Definitely kudos. Fantastic victory. I'm not biased by any means. So, I'm glad. Honestly, I was glad with either player winning. I was glad if Ned won because, Ned, homie. I was glad if AlanDiss won because AlanDiss is fun to watch. Ned did manage to etch it out. Of going to advance. Guaranteed top 4 right now. Not sure who their opponent will be. It's either going to be you or Sharp, possibly a Sheik, possibly a Mega Man. May the odds ever be in your favor, Ned, because all Sheiks are good Sheiks, and all Mega Man are they're all good players too. The difference is you might not know the Mega Man matchup, but that could just be me.
I feel like both those characters have super tilting projectiles, though. I don't know what it is about the design of Lemons, but the minute that I get hit by one of those, all planning and foresight goes out the table. I just want to go ahead and throw hands immediately. Lemons are the most tilting projectile in the game, but Sheik Needles aren't too far behind either.
I like Sheik Needles a little bit more. So, I'm not going to lie. I'm biased. I play Olimar. My smash attacks, projectile priority. I just can't fathom why you can run at me with a jab and I forward smash, it doesn't matter. And I'm just like, wow, man, I read you, but then you jabbed. Like,
oh, no.
Why are you at 140 jabbing my smash attacks like it doesn't matter? And you're safe, and I can't catch you. And, it just hurts me every time.
Ollie is like, the mechanics of your smash attacks being projectiles just... It can be tragic sometimes. I know that I've killed you at 20 a couple times because I reflected a purple up smash or a purple forward smash. It's just like, what other character can you do this to? There's like maybe 2 or 3 characters that are vulnerable to that on one smash attack, let alone every single one.
It's a hard life. I'm Mewtwo main now, man. All right? That's all you need to know.
I mean, a few players been showing that character's got some sauce. I don't know if you've been keeping up with your Twitch clips, but there was a player who was showing basically that it is super easy to get like footstool disable or footstool shadow ball combos with Mewtwo. And I feel like if players optimize that, say again?
I said I didn't know it was easy.
A few players, it looks like they've started optimizing that, and it looks clean when they get it.
Yeah, footstool combos are great because of it's 4-frame punish. A lot of people don't think